Hello everyone, welcome back to another Hollow Knight video that's not going to be uploaded till later because I'm offline. But I'm going to show y'all a little bit of tips and tricks and stuff I use to beat Grimm. Because as y'all saw in one of my videos, I beat Master Grimm on Radiant, which if you don't know what Radiant is, it basically means if he hits you once, you die. You have to restart the battle. And I'll show you my exact setup. So the charms I use, since I'm in the Pantheon, and I suggest doing this in normal mode if this is your first time doing it in normal mode and you don't have the Pantheon. I'd suggest getting some of these charms I'm using. You'll want to get the Unbreakable Strength and the Unbreakable Heart. Now, you don't need the Unbreakable version, but it's recommended since if you do die, they break if it's the Fragile, but the Unbreakable doesn't. You want these because this increases your nails damage and this increases your health. Like, look, I'll take it off. That's my health. Let me put it back on. Gives me 2 to 3 more masks. Next, you're gonna want the long nail. You can buy down in the Forgotten Crossroad at the Charm Lady that is near where you found Sly. It is decent. Some people suggest to use the Mark of Pride because it does a lot more, but this one only takes up 2 and you still get to do a lot of like far range damage. Next is Weaver Song. Now this song is actually this charm is actually really useful. It's basically, you see these little spider guys. Yeah. Similar to the this charm. Hold on. They basically are a little pet thing. They're little pets, except they don't require soul. They're just there. They spawn in and they move around. They attack enemies anywhere. They follow you, stuff like that. They don't disappear. Next, of course. The last one, you're gonna need the Grimm Child. Unless you're in the Pantheon like me, you're not gonna need Grimm Child. But if you are not in the Pantheon, you're going to need it because if you don't have it, you're not gonna be able to fight Grimm. And I know it's kind of stupid how you need it to fight Grimm, because it requires 2 charm slots, and you could like probably take that out and like if you have all this and just put like Dash Master, Soul Catcher, Glowing Loom, or like any of these like charms in general. You can just put any of them on, but you'll need it. Now in the Pantheon, he will not help out. He will not be there fighting Grimm. He is not a fighter. He's like a little pet. He shoots flames at normal modes. But yeah. But that's the charms. Now I'm gonna move on to the abilities. Since I'm in the Pantheon, I already have everything I need, so I can show you. You're going to want a decent amount of masks and at least 1 soul vessel. You are also going to want the Shade Cloak and the Monarch Wings. That's basically like mostly what I use for my fight. Like the Shade Cloak, I know you could just have the Mothwing one, but the Shade Cloak allows you to dash through attacks. So sometimes when he does his he drills into the ground. Near the very end, you could dash, and as soon as they go away, you get an easy strike on him. You could also use another charm if you're in the Pantheon like me. You could use the Sharp Shadow, and it basically lets you dash a little bit farther, and also makes you a weapon. But using the Mothwing, it's okay. It's the same amount of dash strength. Look, dash. Yeah, see, same speed. It's just that shade dash goes to enemies. It's really, really good. The Monarch Wings are basically just a double jump like this. You're gonna want them because they're gonna come greatly. Because when he starts to shoot those flames, when he opens up his cloak and shoots them, you're gonna want to jump, dash, and then start getting some strength. But yeah. The others you'll get along the way, like the Mantis Claw, the Crystal Heart, and the Isthmus Tear. So yeah. If you're wondering how you get the Shade Cloak, you first have to obtain the Mothwing Cloak, which you get after defeating Hornet in Green Path. I don't have a map, so I can't show you green path and stuff on where you fight her. The Monarch Wings you get after you defeat the Broken Vessel, which is down in the, I think it's called the Abyss, or like the Ancient Basin or something, I don't know. And you'll get this, of course, in the Fungal Waste in the Mantis Village. This in Crystal Peak. This you'll have to go a long way into the Royal Waterway. In my Noah playthrough, I accidentally ran across it. And you can buy this from Sly, which is going to be useful to get yourself the Crystal Heart. Unless, of course, you've got the Descending Dark or Desolate Dive. These I don't really use. You can use them. The three abilities, the Shade Soul or Vengeful Spirit, the Descending Dark or Desolate Dive, the Abyssal Shriek, or I don't know the real name, because as soon as I got this, I actually got it upgraded immediately, because I didn't know what I was doing. I just used it accidentally and got it upgraded, but yeah. You're not going to need these. You're not going to need the Cyclone Slash, Dash Slash, and Great Slash. Some people really love using it on Grimm, but I don't. It's not really useful. It just takes up some time. But you're also going to want a decent nail. You're going to want to upgrade it at least twice, or at least to full, to a pure nail. Because the pure nail is also really good. Now, I've already done the entire Pantheon. I've completed the game in general. Because I have my 112% and I have my Platinum Trophy. But I still have that. So I'm going to use Crystal Heart to get over to Grimm's statue. As you see, I have proof. I've beat him on Radiant. Nightmare King, I'm still working on. I want to try to fight him, but I get so focused. I only basically just come for Hollow Knight to like play Grimm and stuff. I also cannot fight that absolute Radiant. But yeah, I'm gonna go to Attuned because that's what most people are going to play, and you'll see I'm going to take damage. This is not a no hit. So when you spawn in, I kind of messed up there. Did two easy little hits there. And CC, you're gonna want to jump across these. Okay, if you're wondering why I paused, my mic died. So I'm plugging it in right now so it doesn't die. I think that's what happened last time, because I think I had my chair plugged in right now, and it got unplugged. So I think that's why I paused. But as you can see, you don't need that. You don't want to dash at all. You want to stay in the front and back and forth. So this, you need to like watch the flame. You basically stare at the area you were at, not your knight, just at the area. So this, you want to jump on the ground, like a downward strike. On it. Oh, see, I took damage. And when in this, you just want to get as many possible. I found out if you go below this thing, it just pushes to the ground. Well. Different types of strikes. Downward one. Oh, see, I took damage. Oh, I'm taking some damage. So the main type of strikes are mostly forward. If he does that, you see that. Sometimes when he's there, you can actually get a strike and you'll beat him. You can also use green on him. He says something like a promising ritual or ritual promise. He just says some stuff about a good ritual. But since we're out of here, you see we beat him and it doesn't change because it has Radiant. But I guess I can show you the strike. We have the side strikes, which is these. We have the upward strike, and then we have the downward strike. Also, quick little secret I found out. If you actually go to the Pantheon and do this, you're gonna want to use the crystal heart for this. It's kind of hard to do, so give me a second, y'all. There you go. You want to jump on that area, and you want to come up here. And this is basically the endless Zote fight. Basically means you fight a bunch of little Zotes, and you can also fight new Zote enemies. Don't know if they get added to the journal or not, because I haven't come here in my regular Patreon. Only in this one. But yeah. This strategy also works for the Ascended one. I'll go do that real quick. He'll immediately do this attack, as you know you got the right on him. If he does this attack, dash away from him sometimes. When he does that, he's on right next to him. Dash. Wait, jump into the air, not this one, that one. You want to dash away. Like that. Now I have no tips for Nightmare. I'm still trying to find those out. Nightmare is still a struggle. I still struggle, but I have been. Oh, you see? I accidentally touched it. You don't want to touch the bosses either. Just by using the touch it, you'll take it over. Now since he's ascended, I'll take 2. Almost verify people. But in Nightmare, you'll start taking 2 damage each time you hit you. Because it's I want to get below him. And then strategies and stuff, you could probably do it, but sometimes also depends on your dodging and timing. So you're going to need to work on those if you want to get a good thing on Grimm. Now this was only a little video showing you some tips, just like saying some tips and tricks and showing you me fighting Grimm. I mostly just do it for fun as well. If I'm bored and I just have nothing to do in general while I'm offline, I just come here and fight Grimm. But yeah. So remember, the charms you're going to want is Unbreakable Strength, the Long Nail, the Weaver Song, Unbreakable Heart, and you're going to need the Grimm Child if you're on the normal run. In Pantheon, you will not need him. And then you're also going to want the Shades Cloak, and the Monarch Wings, and an upgraded nail, and some decent amount of mask, and at least 1 to 2 soul vessels. Okay, but oh yeah, quick thing about how to get the unbreakable versions of these. How you get it is you have to first get the fragile ones. You're gonna need to collect a lot of Geo, all I'm saying. You know, Unbreakable Strength. Okay, so the lady near the Grimm Troop tent, that like slug lady thing. I don't know what she is. She's just something. But she'll like the charm smell because it has the smell of the guy down there that gave you the charm. I forgot his name. But you're gonna want to give her the charm and continue talking to her until she says, "Give me Geo, and I'll give you something special." She'll ask for 1,500 Geo for Unbreakable Strength and 10,000 for Unbreakable Heart, and I recommend doing it. Now, upgrading Fragile Greed, it takes 8,000 Geo. I would not recommend it because it's just Geo. You get that a lot. You can just do the Coliseum on Fools and get like a lot of Geo fast. But if you're really that one person who's really just trying to get all the items in the game and try to complete it fully, you'll want to upgrade this. But yeah, after you do that, you want to go down to the guy again, and he's going to say, "That's a new smell. I knew she was here," and stuff like that. Go up there, and you'll find some of his corpse stuff there. And she'll say she's ready to go with the master, which is basically Grimm. And so after a while, if you're like descending down and stuff and like selling some benches, going some stagways, I think after that she'll disappear and her tent will no longer be there and she'll be gone. Now there also is another way you can do it if you really don't feel like fighting Nightmare King. What's it called? You can banish Grimm. I found that out. If you get to the flame that's in the deep nest in the distant village, you'll find Brum, who's the assistant to Grimm. He'll give you a flame. He'll say, "Come back to where the ritual started if you want to like banish him or something. But if you complete it, I will spare you no hate." And if you go back to there, you'll basically help him put out the Scarlet Flame and get a a different charm, replacing a Grimm Child. I would not recommend it. It's not that good. Basically means sometimes when you get hit, you will not take damage, and it's sometimes, not all the time. And this is good because this is basically the equivalent to one nail strike if it's all the way to a this one. But yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm tired, guys. That was a quick little video on how to beat Master Grimm. Some tips and tricks, some charms. Remember, here, look at these real quick. Remember, you'll need some masks and some fill vessels. You'll want this and this. You'll get these along the way as well. You also get the dream nail along the way as well, and these. Now, to summon Grimm, you are going to need the dream nail, so that is another thing I forgot to mention. You're gonna need Grimm. You're gonna need dream nail. It doesn't have to be upgraded at all. It just has to be a dream nail. But yeah, that's everything you need to know for my way of tips and tricks of how to beat Grimm. This way might not work for some of y'all, but it works greatly for me. So, sorry if I'm keeping this video a little long. I'm not trying to. Just trying to give y'all all the tricks and tips and details and stuff of how I beat Grimm and how y'all could probably beat him as well. But I'm not going to keep it any longer. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this video helped you out in like any way possible, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, because that'd be very good. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. If I could do that, that is very good. Also, follow my Instagram, Stolus Morningstar. Finally got the name changed. I think the last time I saw the followers, I'm checking right now. I am offline, so it's not going to be upgraded. But it says my followers are at 666. So, yeah. Maybe cursed, but that doesn't know. But yeah, if you want to go follow me, you can. If you want to subscribe to me, you can. I need to stop yawning. I mean, I slept peacefully last night, but yeah. Actually, yeah, comment down below. How y'all sleeping? How y'all sleeping? I'm sleeping very good recently. I'm like, yeah. That doesn't matter. But if you want to, you can like and subscribe to this video and channel. And follow my Instagram. You don't have to. Stolus Morningstar. No spaces. That's my name. But, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.